Good morning. How are you? This is Marianne Grant, Life in Harmony podcast. Today is the first day of your life. It's important. What are you going to do with it? Remember, I talked about cleaning up any of that residue that you left behind yesterday, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, or sexually. If you're down and out and angry and depressed, you're the only one that made the mess. You're the only one that can clean it up. Yesterday is gone and we are not promised tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to go over the wonderful list of all the things that control us throughout the day. Sarcasm. Sarcasm is anger, emotions, bad attitude, enabling, people-pleasing, not able to say no. Drugs, alcohol, pills, relationships, sex, lust, love, anger, rage, porn, controlling everybody around you but yourself. Distractions everywhere, then you have nothing but excuses. Gambling, work, working out, food addiction, binge TV, phone, podcast, news, caffeine, surgeries, pain, never having enough, being in a relationship with a man or a woman, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, or sexually abusing one another. Or you may want to add to the list. Okay, I want to talk about your anger and different things that we do to ourselves. The more angry we are, the more people shun us. The more suspicious we are, the more cut off from people we become, and thus the more lonely. The more lustful we are, the less we are able to develop proper relationships with others. And again, the more lonely we become. Consider the individual whose activities are directed principally by afflictive emotions, or to put it another way, by gross attachments and aversions, by greed, arrogant ambition, and so forth. Such a person may become very powerful, very famous, but after they die, their power is gone. So what have they really achieved? So again, this is why I talk about how I do a podcast every day and talk about getting your head right and keeping the balance throughout the day, because whenever you feel yourself pushing and pushing and pushing, and you start to hate what you're doing, and you have to be more popular, you have to make more money, you have to, anything that you are incessantly ruminating about over and over again in your head, there's a problem. There's a problem. Like you said, if you're chasing after lust, you're never going to be in a healthy relationship. Chasing after sex, you're never going to be in a healthy relationship. If you can't buckle down and get to the core of what's going on inside of you and why you're not enough, it always stems back to, whether we like it or not, a lot of our behavior stems back to our childhood and fighting for a position, I was the middle child. I was lost in the sauce. It didn't matter whether I was there or not. And I never was home. So, and I was, beaten by my father, and my self-esteem was in the gutter. So there were things that I did in my life, like I modeled to get approval. But I'm glad I did these things. All the things I did were to build my self-esteem. So as we get older, things that we used to do, we no longer have to do. So be realistic about why you're killing yourself with one thing. It could be driven by winning a relationship over. It could be driven by a job. It could be driven by not enough in your home. It could be driven by material. It could, whatever it may be that's driving you. Say, why am I not enough? Look inside. This is all an inner job. Look inside and say, why am I so empty? Why do I feel the need to do this? This is where the spirituality comes in. This is where the balance comes in. And again, if you're putting too much time in with your kids, if you're putting too much time in with your husband, if you're putting too much time in your home, if you're putting too much time in your business, it all can be a negative. If you're putting too much time in your church, I remember doing this workshop. Churches are master manipulators. Nonprofit organizations are master manipulators by taking time that you don't have, taking time away from your family, taking time away from the people that you love. This is all not good. Something starting out good can turn out something really, really bad. So you may want to look at what you're doing, why you're doing it, and why you're putting so much time into one thing, and work on that balance and not too much of anything. Our kids, our partner, our play, our work, when we stay balanced, it's life in harmony. When we abuse ourselves, everyone we love is infected by it. You teach yourself and everyone around you. The level of love and respect that you get yourself, that is the level of love and respect you will get in return. Remember, the goal for all of us truly is life in harmony. Our thinking can make or break us. That is why we have to check our thinking and attitude all day long. It has to be as natural as going to the bathroom, or else your head gets backed up. Remember, if you have an attitude, being in the highest possible state of happiness, good humor, and contentment with the way things are. This, my friend, is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Remember, we need those breakdowns to have those breakthroughs. People say, I want to help be a part of taking care of the world. Here's the good news. If you truly take care of yourself all day and be a living example, that is taking care of the world. We all have gifts. We all have worth. We all have work to do. That is the true meaning of taking care of the world, doing your part. No exceptions. The answers lie in each and every one of us. Hey, you manipulators, smooth talkers, narcissisms, your words mean nothing and your actions say everything. This is from the Tao. Fill your bowl to the brim and it will spill. Keep sharpening your knife and it will blunt. Chase after money and security and your heart will never unclench. Care about people's approval and you will be their prisoner. Do your work and step back. The only path to serenity. All right, I'm going to read a little snippet. We're almost done here with Power by Robert Greene. Today's message. You will also become humbler, realizing you're not superior to others in the way you had imagined. This will not make you feel guilty or weighed down or by your self-awareness, but quite the opposite. You will accept yourself as a complete individual, embracing both the good and the bad, dropping your failure self-image as a saint. You will feel relieved of your hypocrisies and free to be more yourself. People will be drawn to this quality in you. The laws will transfer you into a more empathetic individual, creating deeper and more satisfying bonds with the people around you. All right. Well, this is beautiful. This is why when I started the beginning of my recovery, I really didn't know who I was. I didn't really know what was going to make me happy. Many of us become chameleons. We become the people we're around. And we alter our moods, alter everything around them. We start to talk like them. And that saying, like Mom said, you are who you hang out with, whether you like it or not, is true. So as you start to develop different tools, different ways of being, changing and being more true to yourself, I love what he said here, where you're not better than, you're not hypocritical, you carry this power within, that nobody's going to abuse you. So if, like, for example, I say, even if you stay in a relationship where your husband or your wife still drinks, or your husband and your wife is abusive, this is where you get the PFAs. This is where you get into action. This is where you follow through with what you say you're going to do, where before you gave a lot of empty threats. Well, now the new you follows through with everything you say you're going to do. So for me, in my situation now, and I'm doing it with love and compassion, I'm making stands with my husband and I'm there for him, but there's things I will no longer ever do. Which in the beginning of my relationship, let's face this, in the beginning of all of our relationships, there's things we have to do. There's a lot of crow we have to eat. There's a lot of shit we have to eat to get to the other side, including building a business. Building a business is not easy. So even that, there's things that you will no longer have to do anymore. But in the beginning, there's a lot of shit you have to eat, the both of you. So it's no right or wrong. It just is. And there's a timing for everything. So what I want you to look at and where I am in my life, the beauty again of getting older is physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, emotionally. I'm in a place where I don't have to eat any of it. But I earned it. You are where you are because you put yourself there. Nobody did it to you. This is number one. You either be a victim or you take charge of your life. Which one do you want to be? So, like I said, with the holidays coming up, if you don't want to go somewhere, if it's painful and everybody's drinking and you don't want to go, you don't feel safe, just say, I'll show up, bring presents, and leave. You don't have to stay. Maybe just show up for an hour. If you don't feel well, you stay home. But be realistic, and there's things that we all have to do that we don't want to do the next right thing also. So that's up to you to weigh and measure what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do. But as far as our children and our partners and people we love, we will set boundaries. We will not be abused. We will not be misused. We will not accept. It's up to us to stop the abuse. Nobody's going to stop that. But follow through this time with what you say you're going to do. Like if you tell your child their phone is taken off of them for a week, you take their phone off them for a week. You do not let them talk you into giving it back. If you take the dirt bike off them, whatever, with your partner, if you need to separate, if you need to go in separate rooms, if you need space, if you need to do a weekend trip, whatever it is you need to do to prove your point that you're not putting up with that anymore, do what you say you're going to do. Don't threat. Don't make a threat and not follow through. Being your word is the most powerful tool, the most powerful asset that you will have. Everything I say I'm going to do, I do. And that's why people come to me for truth. That's why I get the respect that I get. I'm no different than you. The difference is I follow through of being my word. And you are worth it. And you need to respect yourself in 2026 at the highest level of love, respect, boundaries for yourself that you never dreamt that you could have. And this is why it's important that you listen to this podcast every day to give yourself the strength. It has given me strength to be the best me for today. And remember, work on one thing at a time. Eventually it will be a way of life. Don't do too much of anything. Balance is most important. I am clean and clear of all diseases and negative thoughts. I accept today where I am powerless. I have control where I have choices. I will reach out for help and use my tools today. I accept today and understand the only person I can change or regulate is myself. I will take time to hug and kiss the loved ones around me. I will show my partner today how much he or she is appreciated, needed, and loved. I will speak up for myself today. I will take charge of my life today and realize I'm in charge of all my decisions. I will know when it's time to bow out and let go and trust the process. I will set realistic goals for myself. I will get 7 to 8 hours of sleep tonight. I will set healthy boundaries around myself today. I will not allow anybody to speak to me with disrespect. I will make a conscious effort to eat healthy meals. I will take my vitamins, food supplements today. I will drink 6 to 8 glasses of water today. I will be good to myself today. Whoever can see through all fear will always be safe. I will talk with someone I trust and respect and be honest with them. Accountability is key. We cannot do it alone. We always lie to ourselves. 2 heads are better than 1. I will trust and reach out to my higher power today. I will accept and say thank you for everything that happens to me today, good or bad. I will not do anything to cause harm to myself or others today. I'm willing to change today. I will exercise today. I will pray for the well-being of myself and others today. I will write a list of all the things I want in a partner. If I become it, I will attract it. Discipline is freedom. Do 2 things a day that you don't want to do to have a successful day. My 2 things are always getting up early, doing my podcast, working out, and keeping my food clean, and the rest will follow. We can all heal together one day at a time. It is a decision from our head to our heart. I'm doing my workshops one time a month, workshops, seminars, and speakings. If you want to reach me at createyourspirit@gmail.com, leave your number. I'll go over my workshops. I'm coming into your cities one time a month. If you want to learn about my services, lifeandharmonyonline.com. Leave your number. I'll go over my services. Remember, I'm doing the podcast Monday through Friday. Hit that colorful round button that says subscribe. Share it with everybody you love and respect. The more people we help win, the more we win. It's a win-win for everybody. And what I want you to do today is have a breathtaking day. Thank you, and thank you for listening.